day, everyone. This is John Scarborough. Just moved these calves the final time for this little paddock, or this little pasture we got them in. We've been moving them in separate paddocks. Just moved them the very last time, and just wanted y'all to look at these cows. The calves are there frolicking around, and the mamas, they're all down eating. Every single one of them, just happy as can be. And you know, that's kind of a sign of good health for cattle, is when you see them spread out like that. Like even in a tight area. This is a small pen, a small spot that we've got them in. You can see those white posts kind of sort of right there. They go up kind of to where that little separation of those chicken houses are. So they're in a pretty tight area there, and yet they're still spread out. A lot of times when you see cattle clumped together, it's a sign of stress. When they've got a lot of flies or something like that, you'll see them, they'll get stressed out and they'll clump together, you know, or there's a predator nearby or something like that. And that's not the case here. They're all spread out as far apart in this little spot as they can get. So I just kind of wanted to post that last video there. I may or may not post a video in the morning, depending on whether or not I think there's something worth noting. And that little oddball cow down there, you can see it's actually kind of a funny story. It's not mine. It's actually a friend of mine. Her cow got out. It's a longhorn. She had just pulled it off, like weaned it from the mama, and it was looking for mama, and apparently it was climbing through and going through every fence known to man. And somehow or another it ended up coming to finding my cattle, and so it just kind of got in the herd with mine, and it's moved along with them in the mob grazing. And it's kind of interesting just how quickly, I mean, that cow has never been exposed to hot wire as far as I know in its life, but within no time it just kind of picked up and followed along with those other cows. Picked it up, and it had been getting through barbed wire fences and everything, really good barbed wire fences, and it never, you know, there was one time it went through the wire there. We just got one wire, and then after that it just picked up and started following along with the other ones. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. I told her to just leave him be, or leave her be, that the calf, leave it be, let her calm down. As long as she's not nursing any of my cows, then I'm fine with it. Let it calm down for a while, and we'll work our way around the pasture there and end up back to the working pens, and then we'll just catch her up then. And that's another quick note, maybe just to throw in there, is I notice a lot of people, they'll leave their working pens out of the rotation until after it's time to work their cows, you know. And that, I don't do that. I really like to rotate my cattle through the working pens and let them actually graze in the working pens when they're not being worked. And I find that when it comes to getting them up and to actually working them and everything, they're far less stressed out. Everything is just way better. They're not used to it being a bad place. They don't think of it as a bad place. Whereas if you only get them up in there once or twice a year, it doesn't matter if you're hurting them. It doesn't matter what you're doing to them, which we don't hurt our cattle. But the point is a lot of times they're scared. They're scared because they don't know. So anyway, just a little side note. Just thought I'd throw that out there. So thanks, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.